So good morning to all. So in the previous lecture, we have discussed about the patient care monitoring components. The first element is so the intensive care monitoring element. Okay. So what are the main devices or equipments should be present in a intensive care unit of a coronary system. Okay. So different types of uh, oxygenate meters, pulse oximeters, okay, and skin electrodes, amplification equipments, and different display reading devices like CRT, okay, and alarm systems. All are should be present in the intensive care unit of a coronary patient monitoring system. Okay, and in addition to that, we have some other reading and recording devices and some electrical devices to identify any disconnection or any problem in the mechanical devices or in leading leads of the ECG machine identifying the different problems. So we require some electrical circuits. So like that we have some of the patient monitoring devices, okay, should be present in a given nurse area or staff or central room. Okay, and coming to the next one is patient monitoring displays. Patient monitoring displays. So in today's we'll discuss about so what are the different types of display systems are required. So to monitor the different waveforms of ECG and pulse oximeters. Okay, so what are the importance of the patient monitoring? So why we have to monitor the patient? So that we'll see in today's session. So this is the block diagram. Already we are seen in the last class. So having a digital computer which is having high speed and processing elements, video processing elements, okay, and having different output signals, series interface and printer. So we can get uh, the waveform, ECG waveform in the form of by using the printer, and also for interfacing of keyboard, and we can store the recording of the ECG waveform. So by using storage data storage, and there is a RAM and ROM, okay. And here we have a video processor. Okay, so that will be displayed as a form of the video, and we can observe on the screens. And also we have some process interrupts, and those process interrupts will make the process disturbances. Okay, and we have to eliminate these process interrupts, and from that we can construct the original waveform, which is the ECG waveform, which is generated uh, in the heart. So like this high performance CPU having the signals from the measuring devices. So if it is required, it can also provide the uh, output in the serial interface. We can also connect it to other devices. So it also provides output to storage and video processing, and also it can be connected to some other output devices. So from that we can connect it to another devices also. So that is another output devices means it may be alarms, analog output, digital display, and alarms, etc. These are will be considered as the outputs of the system. Okay. And next, coming to the patient monitoring displays. So what is the importance of the monitoring? Patient monitoring is patient monitoring system is its ability to display the physiological waveforms. Okay, so with this patient monitoring displays, our systems will shows the display of the actual physiological waveforms. Suppose we have an ECG waveform, so that ECG waveform will be displayed on the displays. Okay, and artificial blood pressures and other any variables in the form. Suppose if you consider an EEG, electroencephalogram, so it is the output collected from the brain. Okay, so like that very important waveforms you can obtain. Okay. So like that ECG and EEG, so those from those instruments we will get the output, and those waveforms we have to display on the display devices, and that information or waveform should be monitored continuously. So and these waveforms should be produced the clear and faithful reproduction. So what it is obtained in the patient what are the how the potential was generated in the origin of the organ, so that particular potential will be same potential will be reflected in the display system. So like that that display system is able to reproduce and produce the clear output. So like that the displays should be have that ability. So from that the staff or the doctor will be observe or check the patient's condition and how the patient is improving or recovering from the disease. Otherwise he will do the corresponding actions. Okay. So in the olden days, there the previous case, paper and chart recorders will be there, and with that we can get the permanent recording. So, but the major displays are the CRTs for the patient monitoring. So we can use the CRTs. CRTs are nothing but CRT is nothing but cathode ray tube. So it is nothing but an oscilloscope. So the oscilloscope will considers the input, and from that input will be uh, displayed on a CRT tube, cathode ray tube. Okay, CRT is the heart of the CRO. CRT is the heart of the CRO, cathode ray oscilloscope. Okay, so these displays there are different types of CRTs. Okay, so CRTs are having different sizes also, round shape and square shape. Okay, rectangular shapes are also there. So and there are small size to very high size of the CRTs will be there. It can also generates a single input signal, which is at the patient, and also it can has multiple inputs can display. So multiple inputs from a different patients. From the different patients, we will collect the signals, and those signals will be displayed in a single display system. So which is monitored by a hospital staff or the nurses or doctors will be observe the overall representation of the patients. Where suppose if you want to find out the ECG of different patients in a common room, so that those all individual signals will be connected to the central room, So where the observers or the staff of the nurse will be, staff of the hospital will be observes the variations of individual patients. So like that, the displays are having a single display or it is having a number of displays. So it may be 8 displays at a time they can display. 8 number of signals can be displayed. Okay, so like that, the size of the CRT tubes is varies also. So very small and very large sizes of CRTs are available. So and this CRTs provides the continuous current generation. So they will provide the continuous output waveform. So there is no discontinuous. Okay. So depending upon the applied input signal which is connected or the obtained from the patient, that information will be displayed by using the CRTs continuously, continuous form. So that's why these are key, very important role in the patient monitoring. Okay, so the CRTs are 3 types. Here we have 3 types. One is conventional displays, bouncing ball displays, and non-fade displays. Conventional display, bouncing ball display, and non-fade display. So these are 3 types of displays we can generally use in hospitals. So out of this, the first one is conventional display. So it is like a normal oscilloscope. So general oscilloscope we can use in laboratory purpose. So in our electronics laboratories, so we can observe the different input signals. Voltage, current, and frequency of the signals can be observed by using the oscilloscope. I think you have studied this or maybe worked this oscilloscope. You may work on oscilloscope maybe for analyzing the electronic circuits. So by giving the input signal is some frequency and can observe the output voltage, and from that we can find out the gain. You may be studied in previous classes. So maybe you have some software like systems, you may work on that. So actually in by using physical components, by constructing the amplifiers, we can construct the physical system and transistors, and for the transistors we will give the input, sinusoidal input from a source generator, and after that we will apply that input to the transistor and output we can get. Okay, so we have to analyze what is the output voltage for different frequencies. Okay, so for that we have to use the CRO, so cathode ray oscilloscope. So by using the CRO, so the input is connected to one channel and output is connected to another channel. So there are 2 channels will be there in general laboratory oscilloscope. So in the laboratory oscilloscope we have 2 channels, channel 1 and channel 2. So in the channel 1 we will connect the input which is applied to the transistor, that is we can use as a amplifier. Suppose we are using some RC coupled amplifier, so we have to find out the characteristics of a RC coupled amplifier. Okay, for that we will apply the alternating voltage. Okay, the same input voltage what we are applied for the RC coupled amplifier. So okay, so that same voltage is connected to CRO as one channel as signal A, and the output of the RC coupled amplifier is taken as output, and that output signal is connected to the another channel of the CRO. So with these 2 channels, channel 1, channel 2. Channel 1 is input signal what we are applying to the RC coupled amplifier, and channel 2 is the signal from the output of the amplifier section. So now this CRO will be shows the both the waveforms. So both are having the same frequency. and frequency and time period. So, but there is some variations will be there. What variation we can observe means, so amplitude variations. So because the amplifier transistor will makes the amplification of the input signal. So that's why the input signal is having certain amplitude A1 or A0 or someone A1, and output of the signal is having A2. So with this we can find out the gain. So A2 by A1. So it gives the gain. Now we can change the frequency. The frequency of the applied input signal. Suppose initially we are applied 1K. So now we can apply the 10K thousand. So 10K hits of the frequency signal. The frequency signal. Amplitude is same but frequency is changing. As an input we are applied. Now what happens? By changing the frequency, what is the effect on the output signal? So is there is any gain is changing or not? Okay, same frequency is reducing or not? So if there is any variation, how much voltage amplification is done? So in what frequency range the transistor is producing same input and same output? So what happens is the frequency range below frequency range, what happens to the input, and if the above frequency certain amount of frequency, what happens to the output? So this type of the analysis can be performed by using the CRO or oscilloscope. So to do this, so we require oscilloscope, and same thing we can also displace. Displace here. This is the CRT, a conventional display. So conventional display, just we can use channel 1 as the input. Okay, so the waveform signals which are obtained from the ECG machine, and that output signal will be given as input for the this CRT or oscilloscope. Okay, so then there is a horizontal section will be there. In the horizontal deflection system, the signals will be generated on the x-axis with respect to the time-based generator. So time-based generator will generate the trigger pulses, and that trigger pulses will make the sweep generator to generate the sweep voltage. That sweep generator will be produces the sweep signal, and the signal which is applied is given to the vertical amplifier, and that vertical amplifier will be given to the delay line, and delay line to the vertical deflection plates. Whereas from sweep generator to we can apply the horizontal deflection system at the horizontal amplifier section, and horizontal amplification voltage is given to the horizontal deflection plates. So in the CRT we have horizontal deflection plates, horizontal deflection plates, vertical deflection plates, and some focusing on accelerating anodes and beam of electrons, electron gun. Okay, in the CRT we have these parts. So these generated electron beam will be focuses on the screen of the CRT. So where the screen of the CRT is coated with the phosphor material. Okay, the screen of the material is coated with some phosphor material. So depending upon type of the material we are using, so the color of the displaying will be display of the color will be occurs. Type of the phosphorus material what we are using for coating of the inside of the CRT tube. Okay. So whenever the light will be falls, light beam of electrons, electron beam will be falls on the this phosphor material. There is a light spot will be observed. So the illuminance. So illuminance will be, we can observe the illuminance, luminous. So that is nothing but the, so there is a light focus will be observed. This focus depends upon the spot of the light. Suppose we are using a torch light, so we can observe the spot of the light. So if the torch is placed at a constant place in the night, we can observe the spot of the light at that particular point. suppose we are moving the torchlight from left to right, right to left, so we can observe as a straight line. Fastly we can move it, we can observe it is like a straight line. Similarly, if we can move up and down, so it will be like it will be observed as an vertical line. So if you make it as circular, we can observe that is like a circular shape, fast movement of this torch. So like that. So whenever the beam of the electron beam will be moves through this vertical and deflection plates. So due to that potentials on these deflection plates, the uh, beam of the light will be falls on the phosphorus material, and then we can get the light observation. Okay, so our eye can be observe the that impact of the electrons on the screen. Okay. So like that, the whatever may be the input signals we are applied for the oscilloscope, those will be observed on the screen of the CRTs. So for the conventional display system, we use the oscilloscope, and that oscilloscope is having a sweep generator. It is a slow speed generator can be used. Okay, and 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 that sweep rate, the sweep rate or generation, the generated sweep voltage are the 25 and 50 millimeters per second. So 25 and 50 millimeters of seconds are the rates will be present. These rates will be matched with the our ECG, waveforms. Okay, and these rates you can select from the front panel of the oscilloscope. We can adjust the sweep rate, so 25 to 50 mm per second. So these rates can be adjusted on the front panel of the oscilloscope. And similarly, we have the second one is bouncing ball displays. So bouncing ball displays means, so by using the conventional display, we can measure only nearly two signals, that is maybe independent we can measure one single signals. Suppose we have to display the number of signals at the same time, so we go for the bouncing ball displays. So it means it is having it can produces number of traces. So number of traces. So number of traces means multiple traces. So suppose we have one signal from one patient, another signal from the second patient, third signal from the third patient. Like that, we can have 8 patients information signals are there. So these 8 patients information signals should be displayed at a time on the single display. Okay, so like that, there are such type of the big displays will be present. Okay, and those will be displayed at a time multiple traces. So each signal we can call it as a trace. The signal display of the individual patient's information will be called we can as a traces. So this bouncing ball displays will be used to produce the multiple traces. Multiple traces. So these multiple traces will be identified by using an electronic chopper will be there. So before connecting to the before connecting to the vertical amplifier section, so there is a one. So I will show you. Okay, so this is a this is the two channels. So this is channel A and channel B. Okay, and here we have vertical amplifier and horizontal amplifier. Here we have sweep generator, and this sweep generator will produces the output signals. Okay, and here we have an electronic switch. This electronic switch will have a certain amount of the frequency, chopping frequency will be there, and according to that chopping frequency, so it will connect the channel A and channel B. Like this, we have eight channels: channel A, channel B, channel C. Up to that, we have 8 channels at a time. And this electronic switch using some chopping frequency, it will generate a signal, and according to that, the switch is connected to all the 8 channels, and from that 8 channels it will collect the information, and that collected information is connected to vertical amplifier, and that vertical amplifier will displace the each individual signal. So like that we can produce the at a time all the individual signals. So whereas so this electron switch will selects the each individual signals, channel 1, channel 2, channel 3, like that you can get the 8 channels, and whereas it produces top to bottom of the displays. So whereas it produces the on the screen of the CRT, we can obtain the you can obtain as a form of the dots. Okay, so the dots will be moved from top to bottom, but we have to observe the individual signals from left to right. So on this CRT screen, so we can observe the signal is moving from left to right. Okay, so the signal is moving from left to right. Okay, so but in the actual process, what happens, the all the 8 channels, so like this, we have 8 channels, so 8 channels will collect the signal uh, from the different patients, and those signals will be applied to 8 channels, and those eight channels will be applied to vertical amplifier. So depending upon the chopping frequency of the electronic switch, this electronic switch will provides with certain frequency. With that frequency, for every period of that particular signal, it will senses the each signal. Suppose if you consider this diagram, see here. So in this we are using 2 channels. Okay, so this particular period of time, it will be observes the channel A signal, and for the next period of time, it will observe the channel B signal. The next period of time, it will observe the channel C signal. So like that, it will be connected to the 8 signals at a time, and that signals will be displayed on the CRT of the vertical amplifier deflection plates. Okay, so it will be places as a dots from the vertical to, I mean, up to down. Okay, actually the beam will be places as a from top to bottom, but for our persistence power will observe like that. So each waveform is producing like a left to right. Okay, the signal is generating from left to right. So like that, so we can produce the number of signals by using bouncing ball displays. So this is one example. This is a dual trace oscilloscope. Dual means 2, trace means signals, 2 signals at a time we can display. Okay, like this we can produce the multiple traces. So it may be around 8 we can produce at a time. You can call it as a multi-channel display. So So here the main disadvantage of this one is, if suppose the chopping frequency is very low, so then what happens? The signal lost will be there. The sum of the signal will be losses. The loss of the signal will be occurs, and uh, signal will be lost to the chopping frequency is very low. Okay, so that is one disadvantage, and we can observe the screen. Okay, so the ability of the trace to remain visible on the face of the CRT is known as persistence. So one word is there, so that is nothing but the persistence. So persistence is nothing but the ability of the trace to remain visible on the face of the CRT. So on the CRT display, we can observe and the how much amount of time uh, the applied signal will be visible on the screen. So that is nothing but the persistence. That persistence will depends upon the type of the phosphor material we are using. The type of the phosphor material we are using for the display. So generally we can, so most of the uh, persistence time is 1 second. The longest persistence of the tube is generally 1 second. So we can observe within 1 second. After that it will be disappears. So when the beam of electrons will be bombarded with the phosphor material, so there is a luminance will be occurs. Okay, that light will be brightens. That area will be brightens. Okay, brightens. So due to that, so we can observe that brightness. So how much time it will be brightness, bright or it will be close means that depends upon the what type of the material, phosphor material we are using for the construction of the CRT face or coating material of the CRT. Okay. So the main disadvantage is that we are said that suppose the chopping frequency is very less, so we can lost some of the signal, and in some cases the waveforms does not display clearly. The waveform uniformly brightness is not there, so the uniform brightness of the light does not occurs. So in the first displayed area will be disappears when we can observe the next appeared signal. So due to that we can go for the non-fade display. Can go for the non-fade display. So in this third one is the non-fade display. So it is also a CRT, but uses a different way. So it uses the different way. So so here it is a fading. So fade means the light falls on that, it does not glow. So some sort of the material will be lost on the CRT. So we can also observe in uh, we can also observe in the TV screens. So while in the olden TVs you can observe, so some sort of the area of the or corner of the TV, so you can get black. So in that situation, in that area, we can't observe any signal. Okay, so like that, if you are continuously use that one, so the entire screen will make us black. So uh, that type of the situation you can call it as a fading area, fade. Okay, so that area will be lost the ability to display. So to identify that and to get over that particular situation, we can use some brightening light. We can apply where the this beam of light will be spots of the screen. That same place we can send another signal. Okay, so that signal is able to produce the high intensity and sharpness of the light. High intensity and sharpness of the light. So like that we can use the number of we can use the non-fade displays. Okay, so most of the cases we can use the bouncing ball. The bouncing ball displays will be used in the hospitals most of the cases. So with that we can identify the number of signals at a time. Number of signals at a time. Okay, so with this, if you have any doubts. So in today's session, we have discussed about the patient monitoring displays. So one is the conventional display systems, patient monitoring display systems, conventional display, bouncing ball display. So this is the pattern. This is the pattern of the non-fade display. So we will form as a dotted form of the representation. So this is the waveform we obtained using the non-fade display.